Welcome to Humans of Armadale, the third series of podcasts about community volunteers in the Humans of Armadale series showcasing the diversity of City of Armadale residents. This collection was produced and developed by the Center for Stories and the City of Armadale. Together, we are sharing stories that reflect our state's rich heritage, diversity, and history. The interviews you're about to hear were recorded on Wajak, Noongar Boja, and we pay our respects to their elders, traditional custodians, and knowledge keepers, who are the first storytellers of this place. 22 City of Armadale residents were interviewed by Center for Stories to tell us a story of their volunteering experience. In this episode, we introduce Melissa Marshall.
I started volunteering with the city because of a death in the family. My beloved pet parrot passed away, and I loved him very much. And so I was looking for a way of spending my time with birds. I'd grown up with birds. I had a grandmother who was very into bird watching. I'd spent a lot of time growing up identifying birds in my garden with her when I was young, and I have a real affinity for them. And so in order to deal with that grief, I decided to look for opportunities where I could use my time to, help our local birds. And for, particularly in Western Australia, one of our big local birds with a big personality that's under serious threat is the Carnaby's black cockatoo. And when I moved here 15 years ago from Victoria, I was just really struck by these incredible, loud, social, complex animals that lived alongside us in our urban areas. These birds are under threat mainly because of habitat loss and fragmentation. So I looked for an opportunity where I could help them. I came across the Carrick Black Cockatoo Conservation Centre, and I was really struck by the strength of their volunteers and the passion that those people had for environmental conservation. We have just released our 1,000th black cockatoo back into the wild, and it's a real citizen science project where we partner with organisations such as Murdoch University, with the Department of Parks and Wildlife, and with Perth Zoo, and the power of volunteers to do something and fill the gap where our government has really been quite deficient in looking after and preserving our incredible biodiverse natural resources. My role at Carrican is I run the Saturday team, so I help with feeding and cleaning, aviary management, and doing a lot of those very glamorous jobs. I also help with tour guiding and education, because I'm a teacher, that's my background. So the Carrick Black Cockatoo Conservation Centre is a volunteer-run organisation. We have about 180 people. We drive around the state picking up injured and sick black cockatoos. We take birds to the zoo once a year for health checkups, and also when they're coming back to our clinic for specialist help. And we have volunteers who do things like gardening, cleaning, running education programs. We run education for schools, we host community groups at our centre. We also do outreach where we go out to different community groups around the city to teach them about black cockatoos and their plight and encourage people to conserve them. We also have teams who grow plants and do tree planting to revegetate particularly degraded areas of our council areas. And so, release birds back into the environment once they are ready and cleared for release. Yeah. Our volunteers covered about 28,000 kilometres last year, picking up injured birds. The first spot for those birds to take is to Perth Zoo. So the zoo provide all of our veterinary care for free, which is incredible. And so our amazing, talented vet team at the zoo take in those birds, they assess them, they provide surgery, they provide medication, they'll put pins in, they do all that really expensive, complex stuff, and then the birds come back to us to rehabilitate. Volunteering in the City of Armadale has impacted me because I've gotten to know lots of different people and people who are passionate about similar things that I am, who are passionate about biodiversity, who are passionate about doing something to ensure that our ecosystems are able to still be here beyond us. I think the benefits of being a volunteer is it enables you to think beyond yourself and beyond your kind of immediate needs. It helps you to become more open-minded and open-hearted to other people. It allows you to spend time doing something that might be very different to what you would do normally, but you get to bring yourself into something and sort of put yourself in another person's shoes. I think it's changed my life in incredibly positive and beneficial ways, and I hope that some of the work that I've done at Carrican over the last 12 years has also not only helped a lot of birds, but has helped a lot of people as well.
Thank you for listening. This project was funded by the City of Armadale and produced by Center for Stories. Center for Stories is a not-for-profit organization with charitable status. Our team is small and nimble, and we love what we do. To help us to continue to support diverse storytellers, consider a small donation. You can donate at centerforstories.com. This podcast was produced by Center for Stories and sound engineering by Mason Velios. Thank you.